The Talking Cheeseheads on CheeseheadTalk.com.
Talking Cheeseheads, I'm Ben Larson, CheeseheadTalk.com. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. You can always find us on Twitter, at Cheesehead Talks, Cheesehead Talks. Also, iTunes, where you can download our podcast every day. Go type in the Talking Cheeseheads at iTunes, and there it'll be for you. Full show every day with myself and several guests. I like to tweet out, use the Twitter to tweet out when guests are going to be on the show, or maybe even during certain sporting events. I might tweet my feelings. Nobody else does that, do they? Anyway, it's Tuesday. Hope you're having a good start to this hot week in Wisconsin so far. And it's Tuesday, so every Tuesday we do the Cheesehead Rules. And I must thank, of course, Bill Maher of Real Time, HBO. I steal the idea. I'll say this, I enhance the idea and conform it to a Cheesehead world where we do new rules that should be in the world of sports that I think the fan of Wisconsin sports can appreciate. So let's start with the first new rule. First new rule comes from last night. It's a new rule. Baseball needs a clock on the home run derby, or at least some way to make it more, let's say, efficient. I know. I'll join the club of poking fun at Chris Berman here. He's a very inefficient guy, in the broadcast booth. The whole thing. If there's one word I could use to describe Chris Berman, it might be inefficient, or one of many. So he fits in perfectly. But how about we do things, maybe a clock won't work, but how about less is more? Have you ever heard that? Maybe only about 1 million times, right? Less is more. Less in the first round, less in the second round. Third round's okay, I guess, of this home run derby. Maybe, I know, maybe we get a pitching machine and calibrate it to give the players the baseball exactly, right down the middle or wherever they prefer it. And you can do this and be a little more efficient, right? So they can't not swing. They have to swing. That wouldn't be too bad, would it? I'm just searching for ideas. Doesn't need to be an hours-long event, really. Really doesn't. New rule, while we're on the All-Star game. Next year, baseball's home run derby gets to determine home field advantage in the World Series, not the All-Star game. Come on, you knew that was coming, right? You knew that would come somewhere. I mean, seriously, it would be just about as relevant, right? Just about as legit. And it'd be nice, concise right there, whoever hits the most home runs. We're obsessed with home runs anyway, so let's just switch it. I don't know. Maybe the year after they can come up with a better way to determine home field advantage in the All-Star game, but I say home run derby for next year. New rule, Bud Selig cannot say that baseball is cleaner than ever of PEDs and then turn around and suspend 25 players for the use of PEDs. Does that somehow defy common sense to you like it does for me? Policing the game, cleaning up the game, saying that we're going to get these guys when actually tests have not worked. He's just going basically on exhaustive and sometimes dirty investigation of the whole thing to nail guys, and you're saying the game's clean? Really? Really? New rule, no more debate about whether or not athletes can or cannot tweet about social issues like the George Zimmerman trial. Saw a lot of athletes tweet about this after the verdict came down over the weekend. Now look, I'm not saying that they're geniuses or they say smart things, because most of the time they don't say smart things. Sometimes they do. But they have every right to voice their opinion, from that to politics to whatever, because we value their opinion. Let's face it, folks. Come on, get real. They're interesting public figures. We want to know what they think, even if it's dumb. Not everyone wants to know what they think, but some people do. So no more saying, oh, you're just a football player. What do you know? Well, in the case of the Zimmerman thing and people's emotions and opinions, they might know more than, say, me from northern Wisconsin. Didn't have the same experience as what I'm getting at as some of these guys. So maybe they know a little more, and it's interesting. If it goes over the line, we can debate it. But look, I've been around for a long time in the media and complain just like everybody else about athletes who don't say anything and just stick to cliches. Well, why? Because every time they say anything remotely interesting, we pounce like hyenas. So I'm all for it. Use your tweets. Use your Twitter feed. Have fun. New rule. back to baseball. Major League Baseball can't make up rules, like I do every Tuesday. They can't do that because they have a little more power and cachet than I do. What I'm getting at is you can't make up lengths of suspension for this whole biogenesis thing. You can't say 100 games or a lifetime ban, as we heard some hints at yesterday, when it's not in the rules that you collectively bargained. I know we're in an age of destroying collective bargaining in this country, okay? But no, you bargain with the Players Association. These are the rules. There's no two-time offense. There's no a shot for line and a shot for this and then a third offense for that. No, you can't just make stuff up, especially when somebody's there to oppose you like the Players Union should be. Bud Selig's really starting to get to me, I gotta tell you. I was okay with the guy, honestly, until about now. Finally, new rule. If you're the 1 millionth all-time fan to take a tour of the Packers Stadium, the Packers need to give you a ticket to a game. Not a preseason game, a regular season game as a prize. Instead, this guy, where was he from? Spring Green or something like that? Becomes a 1 millionth fan to take a stadium tour at Lambeau Field. And he gets a lifetime membership for stadium tours at Lambeau Field and a free lunch at Curly's. Which, I'm not one to just josh on free stuff, and it's very nice that you have a lifetime pass. But how many times are you really going to go on that thing? I will say this. I think I've been on the stadium tour 3 or 4 times since 1992. It was the first time I went. I was like in 6th grade or something. That's probably too many. Okay, I went to see the new Packer Hall of Fame when it moved into Lambeau Field, and then I took my uncle because he really wanted to go. And then I think I went a couple times previous to that when I was just in Green Bay as a kid. But that's too many. I mean, really, what would I do with a lifetime pass? That's a little obsessive, right? Give the guy a ticket. You have a ticket. You come scrounge one up, Packers. Give the guy a ticket. He's the 1 millionth fan. I contributed to it. I was there. I was 4 of the million times, right? I'm just saying. It struck me as a little odd the other day. Anyway, that's Cheesehead Rules for this Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed them. I'm Ben Larson. We're the Talking Cheeseheads. Join us tomorrow. Reed Roberts will be on the show. We'll review the scintillating All-Star game. Hopefully it's scintillating. And prepare ourselves, brace ourselves for the MLB suspensions, the ironclad law of the land coming down on some of these guys. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if it's going to happen tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, next week, whenever, but it's coming. So let's get ready. We'll talk with Reed Roberts tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the show. We're the Talking Cheeseheads on cheeseheadtalk.com.